I understand you had a couple
Mm.
questions for us as it
Yep.
relates to voice AI, like a
Yeah.
test almost. We got a couple minutes left.
All
What
right.
you got?
Let's do rapid fire. So I'm going to ask you. So
Let's
we've
do it.
done like thousands of calls, and I have answers to these based on data. But I love to
Okay.
see what you think, and from the perspective of conversions. Okay, do you think a male voice converts more or a female voice?
Email.
Female.
That's correct. It is female, and by a huge margin. The second thing is, do you think a formal tone works more or a casual tone works more for converting?
Casual.
Casual.
Female,
Yeah.
casual,
Yeah.
British accent.
Actually, it doesn't make that much of a difference.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh,
so that was a little surprising. I thought casual too. The third one is, do you think having background noise actually helps convert customers more, or if it's just, like silent and, just not normal?
background noise because you
Yeah, a little
want
background noise.
authenticity.
Hmm.
You want reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's like 60-40. Yeah. So there's like a slight, increase in, like, if it's background noise, people actually engage more.
Hmm.
Um, this is a tricky one. So do you think telling, like, when you open the call and you straight say like, hey, you're talking to an AI, or, you're just not saying that and you just engage with the customer as is, right? Without
I
mentioning which
think
one
engage
call.
as is.
I appreciate when they say it's AI, so you know exactly what you're doing. And I like that better.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think for transparency, but I think for conversion, I think it's better the customer doesn't know. I think you probably have pushback if you divulge.
Well, surprising answer is people don't care. It's about the same.
Mm.
Yeah, interesting.
I think the final one would be, do you think AI calls end up being longer than regular calls or shorter than, if humans were taking the calls?
Shorter.
Yeah, for me, it would absolutely be shorter because I get
Yeah.
frustrated with like nothing's
That's when
more
you start
aggravating.
smashing zero.
Yeah, nothing's more aggravating than calling an airline and just getting lunacy,